Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 30th, 2022. If you've been sitting on feelings that need release, they're likely to find a channel for expression now and this week. Venus and Uranus align in your sector of joy, creativity, and love, inspiring you to make changes. Love can bring surprises today, and buried emotions awaken. You may need to lay to rest some aspects of your past if they're no longer serving you well. Eventually, these will pave the way to a new beginning. This transit helps you detach just enough to enjoy yourself more fully. There can be romantic or creative excitement, and you might capture the attention of people who hadn't noticed you previously. Your usual inhibitions on a social or creative level melt away now, and you can feel pleasantly engaged or willing to go out on a limb. Others find you especially interesting and unique. Let it all hang out. Sounds risky for someone who's ruled by structured Saturn, but today's astroweather is urging you to color outside of the lines. After all, it's not every day that luscious Venus joins forces with spontaneous Uranus, not to mention your flirtatious fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. Single? You're not only making an impression on your admirers but also surprising the world with your eccentric yet charming love language. Release all expectations, and be your most authentic self. If you're in the mood to experiment, then so be it. Expect the unexpected. Inspiration could strike at any moment when Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus today. Electric and beautiful, the blend of cosmic energy excites all of your professional possibilities. You may have a sudden desire to bring your idea to life through your work, so you could make significant progress in a remarkable amount of time. The conjunction could also encourage you to switch up an ongoing professional project. You may have a new direction to take your work in, potentially leading to something more valuable and beautiful than what you had originally expected. The moon's departure from your career sector yesterday has done more than leave you with your professional instincts sharpened. This first visit since Jupiter's return to your income sector and the last before Venus, the planet of money, is due to return later next week, has helped to boost your confidence on both fronts while amplifying a sense of anticipation. Maintain contacts and strengthen your social ties, especially with close friends and family. Don't keep putting them off, because they really need to be near you now. It should be easy for you since you are completely at ease with yourself and won't be stressed by their company. Obviously, when others are in a positive mood, you will be too. It's a good time to review your stuff and maybe get rid of anything that's just taking up space. It's probably not the time for a yard sale, but you should be able to find good homes for any excess. Making an effort to get out and socialize is enough to make others aware of your qualities, and there is every chance you'll discover a new love interest. You're sure to meet new people and create connections that give others an opportunity to get to know and appreciate your delightfully seductive ways. The planetary alignment today increases your energy, so be prepared. There is a lot of kinetic energy for you to process, and it's recommended that you get plenty of exercise. If you feel too antsy at work to sit still, take a walk on your lunch break or take a quick trip to the gym. The food you eat will determine whether you are able to process this transit in a healthy way. This energy must not be internalized, so light foods are preferable. Welcome to the wonderful energy of a vibration. The essence from this number can see you far more competitive than usual. Further, you may notice that you are particularly ambitious today. Use this to the fullest to make some real headway in your career. You're more likely to want to get out and deal with others than usual, making it an opportune time for meetings and sales. Make some progress. You'll feel great at the end of the day with all that you accomplish. Daily Planetary Overview. The new moon occurs this morning with an exact connection between the Sun and Moon in Virgo. Our emotions will heighten. We can expect erratic moods that seem out of our control to take hold of our hearts and minds. We all want to feel something new, but the fact is that we should apply it to our lives in a practical way that benefits our future. This energy can be refreshing when it comes to taking calculated risks, seeking mild adventures, and applying it to inventive creative outlets. Because your mind is seeing things from a different perspective, the artist in you blossoms and wants to emerge. The caveat is that you might not be able to see situations clearly at the moment. It's advisable to take a step back from matters before reacting. The moon blocks intuition from coming to the surface, so you should rely on facts and make your decisions based on verifiable truths. Finally, we continue to celebrate Virgo this week when the new moon is in that earthy sign on Saturday. As we get ready for the upcoming lunar cycle, this is an ideal time to improve your life as the seasons change. Though make sure that the self-improvement you're doing doesn't turn into an obsession to become perfect. Your best is good enough. Just after midnight, the Virgo moon squares Mars in Gemini, stimulating agitation. This aspect has a part to play in the Virgo new moon. It encourages us to mindfully temper our emotions and reasonably manage our expectations. We must be aware of our bandwidth now. Note your personal capacity for physical exertion, intellectual boundaries, and emotional regulation. Keeping our impulses in check allows us to use our energy in much wiser ways, but at present, forces beyond our control test our patience. Immediately following this aspect's perfection, the Virgo new moon suggests setting intentions to restructure lifestyle habits that have become counterproductive to the health of our nervous system. We may be holding on to limiting beliefs regarding how much we must be doing, and how much we should be sacrificing ourselves to be considered a productive members of society. Pushing ourselves to our physical, mental, or emotional limits is never wise, and we may have finally arrived at a point of exhaustion and frustration signaling that changes must be made. We would have a much harder time identifying the issues in need of correction if this moon was not square to Mars, provoking stress. In the darkness of the new moon, we can contemplate our healing and wellness objectives and methods for their attainment. Sticking to detailed work without getting bogged down in tedious distractions is critical to our process now. We must be equally conscious of what we wish to manifest as what we wish to eliminate to declutter our internal and external landscapes.